Today I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I use to get off-plan leads daily in Dubai and how you can implement it too so that you can sell off-plan faster than your competition. I'm going to show you the results it gave me personally, and spoiler alert, it's not about having dozens of thousands of dollars to spend in ads. With so much competition right now in Dubai, it's selling offline has become really hard, especially doing marketing and all of that. So you need a proper strategy, and that's what I'm going to show you. And everything that you're seeing here has been tested and taken from the best players in the market, tested with me and my clients and the biggest players in the market of Dubai. And it's pretty much as good as it gets in terms of getting the most amount of leads for your off-plan property. Now, what happens is I have seen a lot of videos talking about this subject. I actually just seen one from my competitor, and he's just talking, fluff. And I respect a lot my competitor, but honestly, that video is not good. So I wanted to, bring you the real value, the real foundation, so that you can take this, and at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to do right now to sell off-plan faster. You understand that? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you the entire strategy. So, the cool part is that even though the big part, the big players use it, you can apply it too. So you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars. If you want to, you can put that. The return is amazing, but it's not 100% necessary. The strategy is divided into 3 main steps. Okay, let's go one by one. So let's start by step 1, which is the foundation, right? This is really important. The first step is going to be this foundation, and this is going to be literally for the entire strategy. Without these, you'll be spending money endlessly with like getting little to no results, or just unqualified leads overall. And you can quote Abraham Lincoln here, that he said, if I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first 6 sharpening my axe. Really important. If you do this step that I'm about to tell you right, you can it can lower the cost per lead. It can bring better qualified leads that are already ready to buy, and also combined with the entire strategy, it can grow your business like a snowball. So hear me out, pay attention. And basically, this step is getting a high converting landing page. So let me explain why this is so important and why you can do all of what I just said. Let's say that you and your competitor are both doing ads for the same project, but you have a landing page that converts 5% of the traffic that you get, and your competitor converts just 1. By the way, conversions is just basically the rate at which you can turn normal people, into leads. So basically, the conversion rate, you get 100 people, you have 1% conversion rate, you get 1 lead out of 100 people. So let's say you have 5%, your competitor has 1% only. Let's see what happens now. Let's say you both spend the same amount exactly. Now what happens? You get the same amount of traffic, right? Which is not 100% correct, because if your page has higher quality, you're going to get more traffic. But let's not keep that in mind, and let's just keep the same traffic. With the same $1,000, you're getting 50 leads, while your competitor is getting only 10. Your competitor would have to spend 5 times the amount to reach your level, right? And now you're paying only $20 per lead, while your competitor is paying 100. And that's why you're lowering the cost per lead. Now you'll have more quality leads, not only because there's a reason why you got so many, because they're already with the intent of going to you, but you have more chances to get higher quality leads. And now do this and rinse and repeat a bunch of times. This is the first month. Let's say that you both spend 1,000. Second month, third month, your competitor is just gonna say marketing doesn't work. It's just for the big agencies. Why? Because the foundation was not set up right. So you need a landing page that converts. Now, let me stop yapping and let me explain to you how you can actually do this. How do you do this? With trust and conversions. This is really simple now. There's plenty of things that make a high converting website or a landing page, but I'm gonna focus this on the foundation, so that you can actually, do this by yourself. You can think through this. So let's begin by trust. For trust, what you can ask yourself are these 3 questions. Does your landing page itself inspire trust? Does the design, does it look good? Does it, show you that this is a professional agency? Think about it. Think about it in the perspective of an international lead. Do I know you and who you are only by looking at the landing page? And do I trust you to be my consultant to buy a property just from your landing page? The answer to all of these 3 questions should be yes. Just take into consideration that a property is not a cheap thing, and usually people just can't afford it once in their lifetime. So it's important that they trust you. Now, some elements that you can implement just as examples so that then you can do this yourself are showing your face, showing who you are, your story, some of the achievements of you, then social proof. Google and Facebook reviews really, really important. Social proof is gonna be, your good friend here. And now let's talk about conversion. So let's say they trust you. Now they need to turn into leads. So you can think through these questions to know if your page is high converting or not. How do I get in touch? Like, can you figure that out? Think it. How do I get in touch? And if you can't figure out how to get in touch, there's a problem there. Think of it as if you had never seen that website before, your website. Then, can I get in touch in less than 2 clicks? Really important. The answer should be yes. And does this apply to mobile as well? So how do I get in touch in mobile? Can I get in touch in less than 2 clicks in mobile? Really, really important. Some elements that you can include are the WhatsApp button, send email button, call us button, really, really important. It should, of course, always be optimized for mobile. The download brochure, lead magnet, these are really, really important. Now, all of these that I just talked to you about, sharpening your axe, doesn't matter if you don't have a tree, right? And this is why the step 2 comes in place, which is driving the traffic. If you put the best salesman ever in the middle of the desert, he's not gonna do any sales. So that's pretty much the point of step 2. And if you do this, this step right, that's when you'll start seeing the flow of leads. But the flow of leads doesn't matter if you don't do step 3. So this is the entire strategy, okay? Nowadays, driving traffic is pretty much the easiest task. Tools like Facebook ads or Google ads allow us to target really, really specific audiences. Now, what happens is that it's really easy to target the wrong audience. Let's say this audience is thinking about ice cream. You have to promote ice cream, right? But if you promote property to them, they're not gonna care. They're not gonna enter. And if they do enter, they're just gonna waste your money. So this is kind of the easiest mistake to make. So let's say your project has apartments and it's located in Business Bay, right? You don't want to target people that are searching in Google for villas for rent in Palm Jumeirah, right? Sounds stupid, but it's really important. So if you do have an offline project that's made out of apartments or villas, whatever, let's say apartments, and it's in Business Bay, you want to target flats for sale in Business Bay, apartments for sale in Business Bay, 1-bedroom apartments for sale in Business Bay. And preferably, you want to search for the keywords that have the most commercial intent and the least competition. So for the competition, you can go broader in terms of your search, or narrower in terms of your targeting, right? So that the keyword can be expanded. Like, instead of bedroom apartments for sale in Dubai, they're targeting really general. So target more specific, 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Business Bay, and target specifically that for your landing page that converts really well. You're gonna see the flow of leads directly. So honestly, nowadays it's really, really simple to do ads. The thing is targeting correctly. This is what you need to take out of the step 2. Now let's say you target correctly. You lead them to your page. You start getting leads like that. But now what happens? You need to manage these leads. You cannot let your leads just fall into the void, right? So let's say you got the traffic here, it turns into leads, they're falling into the void, right? They cannot just fall into your email and just like that. Personally, I have people that I've been contacting for years, and just now they turn into leads. They turn into clients, right? So a lot of people might not even respond in the first contact. But you need to keep following up with them, and you need to keep them organized. So I'm gonna divide this step into three. And it's gonna be really easy. Step A, connect it to a CRM. Really simple. You need it to be organized. Connect it to a CRM. Second step, follow up and get in touch in less than 1 minute after they give you the inquiry. So if you need to hire someone to do this, do it, because it's completely worth it. People have a high motivation during a really short amount of time. So you need to take advantage of that. And then you follow up you follow up basically, but it must be valuable. So send new projects, send market updates, but always keep it in human language as well. So don't send a 500-word paragraph just sending a new project in da. No. No one really reads that. You need it to be short and sweet, like, hey, I just found this project, I thought you might like it, boom, and you send it right away. So conclusion, in a nutshell, first off, get a strong foundation that builds trust and makes people want to show their interest. Then, once you have that strong foundation that can turn traffic into leads, target the right audience. Make sure you do that and drive it to your foundation. Now, once you start getting the flow of leads, organize your leads, connect it to a CRM, respond quickly, follow up a lot, and with value. And if you get this done right, you're going to be selling offline a lot faster than your competition. And if you found all of what I just said useful and you want me to build your website, I can do that with no cost upfront. The only thing that I need is that you go down below, you go to my WhatsApp or whatever you want to, and claim a 15-minute consultation. I'll just understand your needs. We can take that, and from there we can take it. If you don't like the website, you don't pay. No worries. So hope you found this valuable, and go sell offline like crazy.